In continuous frequency distribution, there are two types of continuous frequency distribution what we are dealing with. One is exclusive and other is inclusive class, right, over your classes. Now, what exactly is inclusive and exclusive? Let's understand it. Let's say, for example, I'm giving you a class. Can you tell me, is it inclusive or exclusive? You can type in the chat box. Class 10 to 20, you type in the chat box whether it is inclusive or whether it is exclusive. Just one class is given over here. Just one class. So how we can say whether it is inclusive or exclusive? So we cannot say कि ये inclusive है या exclusive है. We just can't say. तो यहाँ पे 10 to 20 we can't say anything. अगर question में दिया है कि it is inclusive, तो we include 10 also, we include 20 also. अगर question में दिया है it is exclusive, so we take 10 but we do not take 20. But over here, if nothing is given, we cannot say anything. So for that, we have to see what is the next class. So Dev, your answer was correct कि second class क्या है उसके ऊपर we can decide. If the second class is 20 to 30, then it is 30 to 40. It means it is exclusive because 20 we don't take over here, 30 we don't take over here, 40 we don't take over here. If classes are given like this, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, it means there are no repetitions like this. So you include 10 also, you include 19 also, so they are known as inclusive. So just by seeing one class, if nothing is given, it is very difficult for us, or we cannot say anything. We have to see what is the next class and then decide whether it is inclusive or whether it is exclusive. All of you understood this? किसी को इसमें कोई doubt? Is my voice clear? Okay, now किसी को कोई doubt है इसमें? See, normally by seeing, how we can know it is inclusive or exclusive? When you see the class and there are repeat values, it means it is exclusive. For example, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So that is a repeat. So it is exclusive because if a observation 20 is given, we can't put a tally mark over here. We have to put a tally mark over here. So 20 is excluded. That is why it is known as exclusive. Whereas 10 is also included, 19 is also included. Now, what about class length? Class length is denoted by C. Now, if it is exclusive, directly 20 minus 10, class length is equal to 10. If it is inclusive, so here you cannot do 19 minus 10. because 19 is also taken and 10 is also taken. So for that we count, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. So how many numbers are included over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here also class length is equal to 10. The difference is here 20 is excluded, here 19 is included in this class, and in the next class 20 is included. So answer the frequencies, and the tally mark and the frequency are going to remain same for both. It's just a different kind of presentation. I hope you all are clear with this concept of inclusive and exclusive. In our WhatsApp group, I had shared one photo of grading system of board. You can very well see that all of you have given correct reply that it is inclusive. 91% से 100% अगर आता है, you get A1 grade. A1 grade. It means paper में photo. Okay, you may have a rank in Gujarat. Baroda, confirm rank. So that is A1, 91 to 100. Then A2 is 81 to 90. याद आया सबको? आई एम श्योर तुमने खुद का भी ग्रेड माइंड में गोल सेट कर दिया होगा और वो A1 के नीचे होना नहीं चाहिए. ओके, चलो बढ़िया. Now let's start with some typical sums of frequency distribution. So we'll start with the illustration. It's a typical illustration. So I've picked up as a question which I will be solving. So illustration number 2 from your textbook. Illustration number 2 from your textbook. I'll give you the page number also. Page number 20, 2020. Page number 20. Now, mark this sum important. It's a nice sum for practice. Figures regarding the sales in 1,000 rupees of different items in a super mall during 4 weeks are as follows. So here you have figures regarding sales in 1,000 rupees. So 228,000. So 2,28,000, 1,25,000, 100,000, yani 1,90,000. So that information is given for 4 weeks. Daily sales are given. We have to, dhyan do please, construct a frequency distribution by classifying these data into 8 classes. So now, first of all, let's find out which one is the minimum observation out here. Which is the minimum observation? Can you tell me?
85, 50.
80 seems
80.
is one.
80.
80?
Yes, sir. 80.
So make a circle on 80. Now, which is the maximum?
265.
265.
65 is the maximum. Okay, so make a box or a circle. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को मैं ऐसा बोलता हूँ ना, मेक अ सर्कल, तो वो क्या करते पता है? वो ऐसा हार्ट बनाते. हार्ट मत बनाना, सर्कल बनाना, नहीं तो हार्ट हार्ट में खो जाओगे इधर उधर. ओके, मेक प्रॉपर सर्कल और अ स्क्वायर. नाउ minimum is 80 and maximum is 265. So we'll do a working. You also write with me. First, we write down minimum observation or minimum value. So that is 80. Maximum value, which is equal to 265. So you have minimum, you have maximum. Let's find the range. Range is denoted by capital R. Now you know what is a range. कि ये
R.
मुझे शॉपिंग करना है, तुम शॉपिंग करने गए तो वो सेल्समैन तुम्हें पूछेगा कि कौन सी रेंज में, इन व्हाट रेंज सर यू वांट टू सी द शर्ट्स. So I would say I want to see in the range of 800 to 1200 rupees. I want to see in the range of 500 to 700 rupees. I want to see in the range of 2000 to 3000 rupees. So range, okay, it's again an important measure when you will do measures of dispersion, okay, later. But range, so you have a minimum value and you have the maximum value. So let's find out the range over here. So range is maximum value okay. So range is maximum value minus minimum value. Which is equal to 265 minus 80, which is equal to 185. So this is our range denoted by symbol R. Now, what is given? Construct a frequency distribution by classifying these data into 8 class. यानी मुझे 8 क्लास चाहिए. ओके, उसके अंदर ये मिनिमम भी कवर हो जाना चाहिए और ये मैक्सिमम भी कवर हो जाना चाहिए. तो आई हैव टू फाइंड द क्लास लेंथ. ओके, व्हाट एल्स इज गिवन? नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस. सो नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस is denoted by k, which is equal to 8. So now let's find out class length. Class length C is equal to range, यानी जो range है between 80 to 265 divided by number of classes, which is equal to range is R, classes, number of classes is K, which is equal to 185 upon number of classes 8. Calculate कर लो. 185
23.125.
23.125. Now see, taking 23 as a class becomes a bit difficult because calculation में और हर जगह 23 का difference becomes a bit difficult. So we round off to multiple of 5 or multiple of 10. Here we will round off this 23. We will take as 25. So we will write for convenience we take class length as 25. So now we got class length 25. Now over here, it is not given whether we have to make inclusive or exclusive. So nothing is given. So we always go for exclusive frequency distribution. Now we already have calculated the class length as 25. Now minimum observation we want to cover is 80. So we need to start. Let's make a table first of all, write the heading. Now I've already made the format. So you have to make a format like this: sales of items in rupees 1000. That will be our classes. Then tally marks and number of days, which is basically frequency. के लास्ट 4 days 4 weeks में ऐसे कितने दिन है कि इतना सेल हुआ, ऐसे कितने दिन है कि इतना सेल्स हुआ. So make the format and we also write the heading. Heading is an exclusive continuous frequency distribution of sales in rupees 1000 during 4 weeks. Heading is required. Please don't forget the heading, otherwise you will lose marks in exam. It is compulsory to write a heading. You just imagine you get a mark sheet with no heading, just your marks, just the name of the subject, just your name and other details, but no heading. Who is issuing? ये क्या है? ये 10th का mark sheet है, 12th का है, 8th का है. So heading is really required. Please don't forget this in exam. Now, are you all ready with the format? Okay, now because we are taking class length as 25, okay, and we have to go up to 265 and we have to take basically difference as 25. So we take the first class where we have to adjust this 80 also as 75 to 100. Because we are making it exclusive, so 100 to 125, then 125 to 150, 150 to 175, 175 to 200. We have to go up to 265 should be covered, 200 to 225. 225 to 250 and 250 to 275. एटी से भी तुम कर सकते हो. You can take 80 to 105, then 105 to 130, but थोड़ा odd लगता है. That's why we have taken 75 to 100. All ready with the question? Now, let's start putting tally marks. Now inclusive nahi hai, ye exclusive hai. So be careful for this upper limit ones, 100, 125, 150. So now those who have joined in today, dhyan do, who were not present in the last lecture, whenever you do tally marks, once a tally mark is done, you cancel so that there is a complete track of what is done and what is pending. So we start with 228. Let me check 228. 228. So 225 to 250. Then 220. You can go vertical, you can go horizontal as you are comfortable. 220. So 200 to 225. Then 200. So 200 will come not 175 to 200, 200 to 225. 230. 225 to 250. 125. 125 to 150. 130. 125 to 150. 128. 125 to 150. 135. 125 to 150. Then 100. 100 to 125. Then 80. 75 to 80. Then 120. 100 to 125. Then 127. 125 to 150. So diagonal. Then 90. 75 to 100. Then 95. 75 to 100. Then 85. 75 to 100. Then 100. 100 to 125. Please be careful. 115. 100 to 125. 160. 150 to 175. 185. 175 to 200. 145. 125 to 150. 125. So 125 to 150. 180. 175 to 200. 140. 125 to 150. 150. 150 to 175. 230. 225 to 250. 200. 200 to 225. 265. 250 to 275. And 210. 200 to 225. Now, all done. Okay, let's write the frequency. Now, what is frequency? Frequency is number of time an observation appears. So let's count and write 75 to 100, 4, 100 to 125, 4, 5 and 3, 8, 2, 2, 4, 3, 1. Now, total comes to
28.
yes.
28.
Yes. What is cross verified?
28.
Yes. 28. I hope all of you got the correct answer. Now you can count the classes also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 is what we want. If done, okay, all of you done? Should I proceed?
Yes.
Okay, now section E, question number 2 is what we are going to do. Section E, question number 2. I'll give you the page number. It's ekdam in the end. Page number 62. Again, it's an important sum. Page number 62. Now, over here, let's read the question first. The data regarding earnings in rupees of 40 rickshaw drivers during a certain day are as follows. Prepare a frequency distribution having one class as 220 to 239. So mark this. And class length should be 20. So class length भी दिया है कि it should be 20. Now, my question to you all is, when one of the classes 220 to 239 and class length is 20, so what type of frequency distribution are we looking at?
Inclusive.
हाँ, मुझे करने दो भाई.
Inclusive.
Okay.
Inclusive.
Question.
Inclusive.
अच्छा, is it inclusive or exclusive? Already.
Inclusive.
Inclusive.
चलो great. That's great. चलो great. किसी को ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये exclusive है? नहीं लग रहा है. चलो बहुत बढ़िया, समझ में आ गया. क्यों inclusive है? Because 20 is the class length. 239 minus 220 is 19. So we include 220 also. We include 239 also. So very good. Now let's identify the minimum observation over here. What is the minimum observation?
200.
200 is the minimum observation. Okay. Here it is. 200 बॉक्स बना लो या सर्कल बना लो, मार्क कर लो इसको कि ये मिनिमम है. ओके, व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम?
356.
356. 356.
350.
56.
356. Okay, very good. So now we have minimum, we have maximum. We want one of the class as 220 to 239. So first class, can you tell me what will be our first class?
Sir, 200 to 229. 219.
Very good. 200 to
219.
219. Okay, let's make the format. We write the heading first. And inclusive, I'll write in caps. Inclusive continuous frequency distribution of daily earnings in rupees, I have a rupee symbol, of 40 rickshaw drivers. Now, earning in rupees, daily earning and classes. So first class, as you rightly said, will be 200 to 219. So class length is 20, so it is inclusive. So next will be 220 to 239. Then 240 to 259. 260 to 279. 280 to 299. 300 to 319. 320 to 339. And 340 to 359. So 356 भी आ गया यहाँ पे और 200 भी आ गया यहाँ पे. तो चलो सब चालू कर दो टैली मार्क्स करना. No, over here we don't have to find number of classes because it is not asked. We don't have to do it, not required. We have to just make sure that one of the class, this should be one of the class and class length should be 20. Okay? So let's start doing this. Let me use some other color too now. 285. So 285, 215, 200, 225, 255, 250, 235, 222, 239, 242, 298. Actually, inclusive becomes a bit easier because there is no confusion. Okay, no repeat observations, values. 312, 328, 294, 266, 335, 330, 270, 315, 275, 245, 265, 210, 235, 275, 305, 332, 355, 307, 230, 348, 350, 310, 290, 264, 228, 236, 336, 356, 322, 215, 345, let me check, 4, 516, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5. Let's check the total. Yes, total is 40. But total 40 does not mean that what you have done is correct, because internally if tally mark has gone from one to another, then your answer will go wrong. So answer is actually not 40. Your answer is 464 64565. This is your answer. Okay, so this should match this part. This is important. I just highlight it. This should match. Okay, 40 तो आ ही जाएगा, but यहाँ पे गलत नहीं होना चाहिए. That's why be a bit careful while you do this. Now, this question 12 is an extra sum. So, it is from extra material. The statistics of monthly salary in rupees of 40 employees of a firm are as follows. Take class interval of 15. Let me mark it. Take class interval of 15 and prepare an inclusive frequency distribution. So inclusive also and interval of 15 also. I want you to give me the classes what you would be making in the chat box. You can give me the first two classes. Okay. Once again, I'll repeat, there was a lag in what I was saying. So for this sum, which is on the screen, you have to prepare an inclusive frequency distribution with the interval of 15. Now, I can help you with what is the minimum and what is the maximum. So what is the minimum? Can you tell me over here?
Sir, 160. 160.
160 is minimum. What is maximum?
Sir, 260.
260 is the maximum. Okay, great. So now please make the first two classes for me. It is an inclusive frequency distribution. Now see over here. The first thing is we have to prepare an inclusive frequency distribution with class interval of 15. So first let's do some working. Minimum value is equal to 160 and maximum value is equal to 260. So we want to make classes such that we cover 160 also and 260 also. Class interval. Class interval means class length is already given 15. We have to make inclusive frequency distribution. So inclusive frequency distribution means that both the lower limit and the upper limit both have to be included. Now we want minimum 160. So we take one of the class as 162. Now next जो number लिखोगे वो भी include करना है. So we take 160 to 174. Now why like this? Because 160 is also to be included and 174 is also to be included. You don't trust me? Let's count and do it. 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173 and 174. So you count over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So class interval 15 आ गया. But if you find the difference, 174 minus 160 is 14. But you take 160 also, 174 also. So then the class interval remains 50. In the next class, it will be 175 to 175 plus 14 kar lo, 185,
189.
All of you understood this now? Does anyone has any doubt in this now? All of you understood? जिन्होंने गलत किया, I appreciate कि at least you tried और गलत किया तो कोई भी problem नहीं है. You gave an answer, it was wrong. Good. At least now you know where your mistake was. So whenever I ask anything, I request you all to try. Okay? तुम try करोगे, गलत होगे तो पता चलेगा कि ये गलती फिर से नहीं करना. सही हो गया तो you are on the right direction. So I request you all to participate and write the answer. Okay? Now, इसमें किसी को भी कोई doubt है? Should I start with the sum now? Okay, do this working please. Now, first of all, let's write the heading. It's very important. Don't forget in exam. And inclusive continuous frequency distribution of monthly salary in rupees of 40 employees of our firm. So this is the heading. Now classes. We have to take classes with the interval of 50, but they have to be inclusive. So be careful. Now over here, first class should include 160. So we can take 160 to 174, 175 to 189, 190 to 204, 205 to 219, 220 to 234, 235 to 249, 250 to 264. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if it is inclusive, please have a recheck once again कि proper है कि नहीं, कोई गलती तो नहीं हो गया है. Seems good. Okay. Now we start with tally marks. Two 39, 224, 216, 200, 188, 162, 177, so 175 to 189, 199, 203, 208, 205 to 219, 220, 244, 163, 248, 232, 218, 248, 242, 216, 232, 160, 204, 196, 180, 198, 206, 223, 240, 249, 190, 200, 189, 180, 255, 185, 260, 205, 250, 195, 169. Let's check. 4, 6, 9, 6, 5, 7, 3. 40,